you've been to many countries in Africa that others haven't. I mean, Kenya and Mozambique and Zimbabwe, Nigeria. I mean, you've been all over. Just tell us some of the accounts. Just tell us one or two of the testimonies. There's a testimony in here as well of the raising of the dead.
Yes. One of the accounts was in South Africa, in a place called Kamadi Port on the border of Mozambique.
Okay.
There we're doing an evangelistic campaign in a tent, and we had been running for about 3 nights, and just finished preaching, and the message was over. We were ministering to people, and all of a sudden the pastors that were attending there, they came to me, and they were bringing a mother with a baby in her arms. And there was obviously family members and a father that they were very distraught, crying, and they're a mess. So the pastors, had spoken to them, the local pastors in the area had spoken to them, and they said to me, look, this baby is dead. They said basically the baby died. They took it to the chief and to the Samgomas. They have done their rituals and everything to call on the ancestors. Nothing's happened. I said, well, how long has the baby been dead? So they said, well, if they think about 5.5 hours, the baby has been dead, because the chief actually told them enough of this. He told them to bring the baby to the man of God in the tent in the valley below, because his God is able. And so they came on the on the order of the chief. And so I looked at this baby, and there the baby was blue, stone cold blue. So that's all I could say. So I just looked at this mother and the father. I says, do you believe that Jesus is able to raise your child from the dead? Do you believe? And they just, with tears in their eyes, just said, well, yes, we believe that there is a God. Yes, please.
Yeah.
And so there I just laid hands on that child. I said, Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, breathe life into this precious child. And the next minute, and my eyes were shut, and I'll be honest with you, I was shaking, Lord, please, please just show your glory, And that's the truth. And all of a sudden, my eyes were shut, and the next minute there was a baby crying and screaming. And I thought, that's a good sign. There's noise. There's noise. I was joyous that there's a baby crying. It was so joyous to hear the sound of a crying baby. Wow. And I opened my eyes, and there was this little baby, eyes open. He wasn't blue, and the parents were just on their face. They were just weeping, and we're able to lead them to the Lord. And from that, the chief in the village also came down, and they repented and gave their lives to Jesus. And it just had an amazing testimony in that whole region that's really bound in ancestral worship, witchcraft, and they saw the power of a living God.